You ever find a random video late at night that just feels wrong? No context, no explanation, just something unsettling that sticks with you. And everyone in the comments is just as confused. So I started wondering, where do these disturbing videos actually come from? Who made them? And why? Today, we're tracking down their origins. Let's get into it. On February 29, 2016, Spanish news outlets reported on a disturbing roadside encounter that quickly started spreading online. When translated, the headline read something like, "Possessed woman walks the streets of Culiacan." The incident reportedly took place in Mexico, and the woman seen in the footage was never officially identified, though some sources claimed her name might have been Sofia. There were also unconfirmed reports suggesting she was later taken to a psychiatric hospital, but that her condition wasn't improving. The video itself is filmed from inside a car. At first, nothing seems immediately dangerous, just strange. But as the vehicle gets closer to the woman, the mood shifts. What starts as something unsettling slowly turns into something that feels deeply wrong.
Ahora tomar. Suéltala. Ay, que tu chingada madre. A la verga. Cuidado que se mueve a la verga. Ay, no mames. No mames. Ay, la verga.
Esta puntera ya. Déjate de eso. Chingada madre.
In later clips, authorities have surrounded the woman. By this point, several people are trying to calm her down. She appears completely disconnected from what's happening around her. At one moment, she's seen licking and kissing a tree, seemingly unaware of the crowd. Eventually, she collapses to the ground, and that's where the video cuts off. The footage is deeply unsettling. From her screams to the way she locks eyes with people almost instantly, there's something about it that feels wrong. Naturally, people wanted to know what actually happened that night. The earliest theories matched the original news reports, suggesting this could have been a case of demonic possession. There are other videos online that claim to show similar incidents, and some viewers pointed out similarities in behavior. It's often said that possession can cause a person to lose control entirely, which, on the surface, might explain what we're seeing. But when you take a closer look, that explanation doesn't fully add up. The people surrounding her seem unusually calm. Instead of panic or any kind of religious intervention, you can hear them speaking softly, reassuring her that everything is okay and that nothing bad is going to happen. And that detail matters. In Mexico, beliefs surrounding spiritual possession and the supernatural remain deeply rooted in many communities. If this were widely believed to be something demonic, you might expect a very different reaction from the crowd. If the people present had truly believed the woman was possessed, it would be reasonable to expect some kind of prayer or religious ritual taking place. However, nothing like that appears in the footage. Instead, those around her handle the situation in a way that suggests they may have witnessed similar behavior before. Their reactions seem more familiar than fearful, which raises questions about what was really happening. One widely discussed explanation is that the woman may have been experiencing a severe mental health crisis. Some have speculated that conditions such as psychosis or schizophrenia, both of which can involve a break from reality, could account for her behavior. Another theory suggests she may have been under the influence of drugs at the time. Considering the specific location where the video was filmed, it is likely a small community. In tight-knit neighborhoods, unusual behavior rarely goes unnoticed. This opens up the possibility that local residents may have already known the woman and been aware of prior mental health struggles. It is also important to note that the earliest known upload of the footage appeared on a Spanish-language news website, where it was presented as a case of alleged possession in Mexico. Stories involving the supernatural often attract significant attention, so it is possible the video was submitted by someone locally and later framed in a more sensational way to draw viewers. Rather than evidence of possession, the footage more likely captures a woman in serious emotional or psychological distress. Unfortunately, because the video provides very little context and the woman was never publicly identified, the full truth behind what she was experiencing may never be known. Over time, the clip became one of the most infamous and disturbing videos to emerge from Mexico, not because of confirmed supernatural activity, but because of the mystery and uncertainty surrounding it. The name Mereana Mordegard Glesgorv might ring a bell for anyone who used to browse YouTube looking for disturbing or mysterious content. The story surrounding this title began circulating in 2008 when a 20-second video bearing the same name was uploaded by a little-known account called Ervitsi. Not long after it was posted, the video was removed by YouTube for reasons that were never clearly explained. However, it resurfaced in April of that same year after being uploaded again. The clip itself is simple but deeply unsettling. It features a mustached man positioned against a red, cloud-like background, staring directly into the camera without breaking eye contact. As he looks at the viewer, a sharp, high-pitched drilling sound plays continuously in the background, adding to the discomfort and eerie atmosphere that made the video so infamous. Near the very end of the clip, the camera abruptly zooms in on the man's face. For about 2 seconds, his expression changes. He lifts his eyebrows and gives a faint grin. That brief moment is subtle, but it made the video even more unsettling for many viewers. In the weeks after the initial upload, several copies of the video began circulating on YouTube. Among them was a longer, 2-minute version posted by a small channel known for sharing strange and disturbing content. This extended upload included a creepypasta-style explanation in the description, which dramatically expanded the legend surrounding the clip. According to that description, the original version that had been removed was also 2 minutes long. The story claimed YouTube deleted it after 153 viewers allegedly ended their own lives by removing their eyes and mailing them to YouTube's headquarters in San Bruno, California. The myth further states that these individuals carved mysterious symbols into their forearms, messages that were never deciphered. As the creepypasta continues, it claims that only one YouTube employee ever watched the full video after it was flagged. Supposedly, about 45 seconds into viewing it, the staff member began screaming uncontrollably. The other employees present in the room reportedly refused to look at the screen, but said they could hear a sharp, high-pitched drilling noise before the monitor was shut off. The legend goes on to say that the employee who viewed the video was left permanently traumatized and has remained under heavy sedation ever since, unable or unwilling to remember what he saw. It also claims that investigators were unable to trace the original uploader because the IP address supposedly did not exist, and the identity of the man shown in the video was never discovered. These claims, while central to the creepypasta, are what fueled the mystery and helped turn the video into one of the internet's most infamous horror legends. After the longer version with the creepypasta description got uploaded, the video started spreading pretty fast. People were talking about it on mystery forums, and of course it made its way onto 4chan. From there, it kind of blew up. Chain emails started going around, and articles popped up in different languages, all talking about Mereana Mordegard like it was some huge secret. People were asking about it on sites like Wiki Answers and Yahoo Answers, trying to figure out if it was real or not. At that point, it officially became one of those classic internet creepypastas. It was even archived on creepypasta.com in August 2008, which pretty much locked it in as part of internet horror history. Then the story spread to Russian websites, where bloggers added their own twists. One version even claimed the video was created by the US Secret Service, which just made the whole thing even crazier. But here's where it falls apart. Just 2 days after the original video was uploaded and then deleted, another video showed up basically calling the whole thing a hoax. It claimed the guy in the video was actually Byron Cortez, a Guatemalan marketing coordinator who worked for an advertising agency in Los Angeles and lived in the US Virgin Islands. Apparently, his photo had been used in a 2004 online survey about marketing professionals, and someone edited that image to create the creepy video. And honestly, when you think about it, the story never really made sense. If 153 people had actually mailed their own eyeballs to YouTube's headquarters, that would have been massive news. Police would have been involved. It would have been everywhere, but none of that ever happened. In reality, the guy in the image turned out to just be a normal person with a job and a family. Most likely, someone randomly picked his picture to make an unsettling video, and then somebody else built this wild backstory around it. Over time, it just turned into one of the internet's most famous creepypasta myths. So this clip got uploaded to Instagram on September 14th, 2025, by one of those accounts that just repost creepy, random, scary videos. You know the type. The top comment literally says, "What could possibly be the context of this?" And I'm not even gonna lie. That was exactly what I was thinking too. I'm pretty sure everyone watching it was confused. Then there was another comment that said, "Did this really happen?" Which honestly made it even worse, because now you're sitting there wondering if this is real or just really good acting. The annoying part? The caption didn't credit anything. No original source, no tags, no explanation, nothing. So if I wanted to figure it out, I was gonna have to do the digging myself. At first, I assumed it had to be from a horror movie. I mean, where else would something like that even come from? Unless it actually did happen, like that one comment suggested. So I started searching stuff like scary face coming out of ceiling movie. Sounds super specific, I know, but I found absolutely nothing. I tried rewording it a bunch of different ways, still nothing. After a while, I realized this wasn't gonna be a simple search. So yeah, that's when I decided it was time to bring out the cheat code. Trying to find the cheat code through Google Lens usually doesn't work for me, but this time it really came through. This image is a screenshot from the 2013 Japanese found footage horror movie Cult, also known as Karuto, directed by Koji Shiraishi. The scene depicts a supernatural entity releasing long, black, tentacle-like protrusions. The film focuses on a team of paranormal researchers documenting a haunting. What really stood out to me, though, was the terrifying ceiling scene, which actually takes place at the very end of the movie. In August 2016, a Spanish website called Adimensional posted a video that ended up freaking out a lot of people online. The site isn't around anymore, but old versions saved on the Wayback Machine show it was kind of like LiveLeak, except it focused more on paranormal stuff. The video was supposedly filmed inside a chapel in Saltillo, Mexico. Iván Escamilla, who created both the website and the video, said the footage had been looked at for weeks by more than 20 experts, including priests. According to him, they didn't find any signs that the video had been edited or tampered with. In the clip, Escamilla is walking through the church while recording a statue of Jesus. As he gets closer and zooms in, he captures something that a lot of viewers at the time thought couldn't be explained, which is why the video spread so quickly and got so much attention. So how did the statue blink? The first reactions mostly came from religious viewers. One person commented that it was incredible footage of Jesus showing a sign that he is still present and watching. Many believed it was a message from God, a warning to repent before it's too late. Some even took it as a sign that Jesus' return could be near. In Christian belief, he is said to come back to judge the living and the dead after certain signs appear, and for some people, this video felt like one of those signs, but not everyone agreed. Other viewers were quick to suggest a more technical explanation. One user claimed it could simply be animatronics, just a couple of small servos placed in the eyes to make them move. According to that theory, the statue may have been modified on purpose to attract attention, possibly bringing more visitors and maybe even more donations to the church. Sadly, church-related scams aren't unheard of. There have been cases around the world where religious leaders have faked miracles or claimed special powers to influence followers. At first, that explanation might sound reasonable, but once people started looking closer at the location and the statue itself, problems with that theory began to show. The video was filmed inside the chapel of Saltillo. When images of the statue were examined, including close-up photos and pictures of it taken down from the wall, it appeared to be made from solid materials, mainly carved wood, based on its structure and design, turning it into a functioning animatronic without obvious alterations would be extremely difficult. On top of that, the church itself is well known in Mexico and holds important historical value in the region. It's considered one of the most respected religious landmarks there, which makes the idea of an elaborate staged hoax seem less likely to many people. The final major theory was much simpler. The video wasn't paranormal at all. Some believed it was edited, and that Ivan may have exaggerated or even made up the part about experts reviewing the footage. According to this view, the blinking could have been added digitally, and the story about specialists examining it might have been included to make the video seem more credible. There's a chance Ivan exaggerated or even lied about experts checking the video. When people started looking into Ivan, who ran the website and filmed the footage, a few red flags came up. He was clearly good with technology. He ran a shock site, and his LinkedIn page listed video editing as one of his skills. Because of that, people began watching the video more closely. When it was slowed down and the statue's eyes were looked at frame by frame, something seemed off. As the eyes appear to close, they shrink and expand in a way that looks more like a digital effect than real movement. It looks more like a filter than something actually happening. In the end, it seems more likely that the whole thing was staged to bring attention to his website. The way the video was filmed, along with how it looks, helped turn it into one of the most famous paranormal clips online.